welcome to the first...
P5JS is a web browser that uses the JavaScript language that allows us to experiment writing in code.
Never programmed before. If you don't know anything about programming, it's my intention for this playlist to be for you. So this is the first introductory video. I'm just going to talk about the pieces of the puzzle that I'm going to use throughout this video series and show you where all those things are and kind of a little bit about the history of those things just to get started in learning to code. Learning to code, you don't have to know anything, and all you need is a computer with a web browser to follow along. You don't have to download it. And the syntax that you need, the syntax is defined by the programming language you choose to write your code in. I'm going to pick a programming language called JavaScript.
JavaScript code is a sequence of statements. JavaScript statements are separated with semicolon. Multiple statement on one line is allowed. JavaScript statements can be grouped together in code blocks. You can break a code line after an operator or a comma.
I need to talk about what setup and draw are. What are these blocks of code? Why do they start with a curly bracket and end the bracket? I'm going to come back to that. For right now, we should understand that setup is the place where create canvas goes. At the beginning, we're going to set up our canvas. Draw is the place where I'm going to put my stuff to draw stuff to the canvas. There's more to it than that, but that's the way to think. The instruction is create the canvas with a size of 400 by 300 pixels, meaning create an area on the screen that I can draw to that's 400 pixels wide, 300 pixels high. Watch this video. Just limit yourself to triangle, rect, which is short for rectangle, quad, which is any shape that has 4 vertices to it, 4 sides, edges, point, which is a single point, line, which is a line, ellipse, which is a fancy name for circle, but it could be sort of squashed, or an arc. So all of these going to say, I'm going to zoom back out, R-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. I'm going to put some numbers in there. Shout them out. I can't hear you, sorry. I'm going to say like 100, 50, 25, nothing's there yet. 75.
This is the X location of the rectangle, and 50 is the Y location of the rectangle. So let's just guess, maybe pixel 100 is about over here, pixel 50 is about over here, so that's this pixel here. That's 150. This is the width of the rectangle, and this is the height of the rectangle. That's about 25 pixels, maybe that's about 75 pixels, so that is how we define the rectangle. Does something kind of interesting. It runs through these instructions. After setup finishes, these instructions get executed, and when it gets to the end, it goes right back to the beginning. Background ellipse. To the end, right back to the beginning. Background ellipse. To the end, right back to the beginning.
Color is known as a loop. You probably made, essentially happens forever. You hopefully made some beautiful, interesting. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but you made your own drawing, and you're proud of it. I'm proud of you for making it.
Come back.
Now you want to add color.
I'm going to get rid of the line. Started
just this right. You didn't.
Remember, I'm going to show you how to do it. RGB.
What I'm going to do is
right
before I draw the rectangle.
Stands for green.
I'm going to say fill.
B stands for.
I'm going to say 0, 0.
The way that you create a digital color is by mixing some amount of red, some amount of green, and some amount of blue.
Look at this. It's blue. Variable called mouse X. So I'm going to put mouse X in here. You can see that it's a nice purple color, right? Because the P5 editor recognized that as a built-in keyword, a variable. And what this means is mouse X is a word that stands for something. 100 is a number that stands for the number 100, and it can only ever be the number 100. But mouse X is actually referring to something stored in the computer's memory that changes based on how the user moves the mouse. So if I run this program again, we can see mouse X is 100, maybe it's 200, maybe 300. So now we can see that no matter what I do, draw is happening over and over again, and it's always drawing the ellipse where the mouse is. Wow. And maybe that's okay. Maybe in life all we want to do is make static pictures. But assuming you want to make things move, it's drawing the same thing over and over again, what do we need to do? We need to vary what happens every time draw executes. Draw executes once, twice, third time, fourth time, fifth time. What if something different happened? What if the first time the circle appears up there, then the second time it appears down here, the third time it appears down here? You'll have the illusion of it moving down. Or, even better yet, what if you could just say every time through draw the circle where the mouse
you can play with.
So I could do something like
this is a pretty quick path. If I get rid of this rectangle, and I say like no stroke, and I also add mouse Y here, and I run this. Now you can see I've made a painting.
I want to use our own
Which is pretty
variables.
nice. Like,
So how do we
maybe
do
I give
that?
it a little.
So we need a couple steps. Step one is to declare the variable. How do we do this? Declare is actually something quite simple. All you have to do is write the term var, V-A-R, which stands for variable. This is how you do it in JavaScript. The whole point of doing this programming thing is to have systems of logic, rules to generate behaviors and graphics and designs. It's not really about like, let me pick my 5 favorite numbers and set those variables to those numbers. So there's a lot more to it, but a first step in that direction is we could at least say, here's the rule. Whenever my program runs, the circle will appear at a
Use
random
objects, which we
exclamation.
learned about, because I covered those in a previous video. So I have a point, and I'm also going to have a color. I'm also going to say spot.y is random.
See how I'm doing
0
this
to
by
height.
having just learned
So now,
JavaScript
let's
syntax.
run this program.
So you can see I'm setting up a
Look, I
couple
just did
variables.
spots all over the place.
I
Spots,
want to have
spots,
a point
all
that has
with
an
a nice
X and a
red
color,
line. My fingers
but
disappear.
perhaps what
A
I
point
want
that has an X and a
is to
Y.
say
I want to have a color with an R, a G, and a
R
B,
equals
because-
random between like I'm gonna 100 and 255. Color.g is always 0. Color.b is random between 100 and 190. I'm just picking like random arbitrary ranges here. And now we might see, look, I've got a nice variation of random purplish pinkish dots.